Everybody, happy September. I'm Kia and welcome to the Cosmopolitan Allure channel. If this is your first time here, welcome, or if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for joining me again. So, the birthstone of the month is Sapphire. And I am a September baby, so I am ecstatic about today's look and about using my palette. I can honestly say that so far out of the BH Cosmetics palettes, this is one of my favorites. The blue is actually blue enough to count as Sapphire. So I'm very excited about that. And I am excited about this look. I use some different techniques that I'm not used to. And I must say I like the way that my makeup came out today. So it might be something that I continue to do in the future. I'm not sure, but I'm just so glad that it turned out well. So if you are a September baby, a fellow September baby, happy birthday to you, my September baby brother and sister. I wish you all the best. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe, and that you are loved. And if nobody has told you happy birthday, happy birthday. If you have one coming up or if it's already passed, happy birthday. So if you're interested in how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Hi guys, so today is my tutorial for my birthday month, September for Sapphire, or Sapphire for September. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the Laneige Berry lip mask. And I'm just excited today because I found a YouTuber that's been doing makeup in Dubai for years. She's a famous makeup artist overseas, and I just happened to run across her makeup channel the other day, and she has a whole lot of tips. She does makeup for celebrities, royalty, and many other people in the United Emirates over there in Dubai. So I just kind of watched a great deal of her videos, and for primer today I'm going to use the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat. And yeah, so I'm going to attempt to recreate one of her looks that she did on her channel. It was a blue smoky eye, and it was so simple, so simple. Very different in the sense from other tutorials that I've seen, because I will be honest and say that smoky eyes are not my cup of tea, and I typically don't do cool smoky eyes. So meaning that I don't do like the traditional black smoky eye, or anything with cool tones such as like a blue smoky eye, or like a purple smoky eye, or anything with highlights of silver. For me, I'm more comfortable doing a warm smoky eye, so with browns, or if it does have black, it's covered with brown, so it's not as intense. But today, since my palette from BH Cosmetics has blues and is a cool palette, so sapphire here, silver here, and black, and all these other colors, I'm gonna attempt to do a blue smoky eye today. And so I'm gonna actually try her technique all over the face, and I'm just gonna let my primer soak into my skin while I talk through what I'm going to attempt to do today. So for her, she uses underpainting, and I've seen it before on other channels. And essentially what she does is she does concealer and contour first, and then applies her foundation on top of that. So I'm actually going to be doing my eyes first today because I'm afraid of fallout on my face. So whenever you have blues and blacks and things of that nature, it's very it can be hard to get off of your base, off of your foundation and concealer after you've already done your face first. So I'm gonna do my eyes first today. So we'll see how this format goes. I might start doing my eyes first. Typically I'm more comfortable doing my base first because that's how I've always done it. But with makeup, nothing is 100% you have to do it this way. The techniques that people come up with are because they chose to do something different. And so I'm gonna try it. I mean, after all, she has the street cred out here doing royalty and celebrities. So, and it's not the first time that I've heard people do it. It's just more common that people do primer, foundation, and then concealer, so forth and so on. So I feel like with makeup, it's whatever works for you. People have all types of conditions. Some people have severe acne, some people have severe scarring, some people have quite a few blemishes on the face, and so you adjust your makeup to suit how your skin will work. So another thing that she does is instead of using eyeshadow primer, she uses concealer. So I'm going to try to use the Kosas Creamy Revealer Concealer today as a eyeshadow base. Now, I've used concealer before in the past, and it was just weird to me because I wasn't used to it, but I'm just gonna try it today. And so I've gone back to my old favorite sponges that I used to use, which was Sonia Kashuk. She by far has my favorite sponges. I used Beauty Bakery for months, and then I used brushes for months before that. But when I initially started doing makeup, Sonia Kashuk was the sponges that I used on my clients for the longest. They loved it, I loved it, and when they wanted to have a sponge to use, I'd be like, yeah, just go to Target and get Sonia Kashuk. That's what I use. And they were like, oh, I really like this. So since I'm not as familiar with using concealer on my eyelid, I'm not quite sure the amount that I should be using. But one thing I will say that I do like about using concealer is that once you put it on, you're already like bringing it up to your eyebrows. So your eyebrows kind of semi get highlighted and semi done under the bottom in the process. And I'm just going to slide in some more because I actually use my phone as my mirror for the most part. So yeah, I'm going lighter rather than heavy because I feel like with anything, less is more. You can always add more, but it takes so much to remove product after you already have it on. So yeah, we'll see if this makes the eyeshadow process go faster too. I actually have a clear picture in my head of how I want to do what I want to do this time, so that might help it go a little bit faster. So we already talked about the Sapphire for September palette from BH Cosmetics. I'm excited because it's my birthday month, and this is what the colors look like. So to me, this is a true sapphire. I'm excited that for my month, at least the color blue that they have in here appears to be the same color as the stone. So that makes me happy. So sapphire, the silver down here is sporty. As a September baby, I can say that I'm not sporty at least 60% of the time. I go through spells where I want to be very athletic, exercise, and so forth and so on. But I'm a person who exercises based on motivation. So Typically, if somebody is having a wedding, I will start working out like 9 months in advance before the wedding, even if I'm not in the wedding, because now as an adult, when you go to people's weddings, typically it's with people that you haven't seen for a while, especially being in a pandemic. You definitely haven't seen people for a while if you even choose to go to the event. So yeah, I have motivation to do exercise. I do light exercises, Pilates and stuff sporadically throughout the weeks and stuff, but I'm not like a hardcore sporty person. I do like to watch football on TV though. The green color is confidence, and green is my favorite color, so I'm glad that they put that in this palette. I'm not gonna use it, but I love the fact that there's green in here. I go through moments of confidence, so there are certainly things like work and my work ethic I have 100% confidence in. That's something that you cannot take away from me. You will not outwork me. You will, like, the work that I'm going to give you is stellar. It will have more than enough information than what you need, and I will most likely have to take information out, but I'm always over prepared for everything because I do not like having to go back and redo work unnecessarily when it could have been done right the first time. So I typically pull everything, and if you don't need it right now, 9 times out of 10 you will need it later and it's already ready to go. So the bottom blue here is sympathetic, and I can very much say that I am a very sympathetic person. Even though it doesn't come off as sympathetic to my friends, they will say that I'm very direct and to the point, but that's my sympathy for them. I don't want any of my friends to wallow in any type of negative feeling that they have, and I always want to remind them that the best is yet to come, that this moment is exactly what it is. It's a moment and it will pass, and not to dwell in it. So cool, this blue up here, I like this blue here. It's not Sapphire, but I really like this blue, and I kind of want to do the smoky eye with it, but I'm not going to. But I really like this. It's like a turquoise blue, and I really like it. It's called Cool. So I don't know if that means that we're like trendy cool, or that means that our personalities were just like cold natured towards people. I would think it's more so we're cold natured towards people. September people tend to be very standoffish, and I feel like we're very misread a lot of times because we're standoffish and not necessarily the first to engage people. People think that we're stuck up or arrogant or that we're better than people, and that's totally not the case. We just don't engage people first. So I don't know if that's what that cool stands for, but anyway, I like this color. The sparkle color that we have is Nice as Pie. I do think September babies are nice, but I also feel like that niceness has a shadow behind it. So we'll be nice to you as long as you're nice to us. Other than that, we'll ignore your existence. So we'll be cordial. That's one thing I can honestly say. Even if September people don't necessarily like you, if we're in the presence of other people or situations like that, or even if it's just one-on-one, we're not going to be disrespectful to you. We will acknowledge you and say, hey, how you doing? Well, not, you won't get the hey, how you doing, but you will get the oh, hello, and we'll go on about our business. But we'll always be cordial, even if it's not somebody we care for. But for the people that we do care about and love, we are Nice as Pie. And then Organized AF. So that is true. So very true and not true at the same time. And I think it's so funny that this color is black. I don't know. Black is not the first color I think of when I think of the word organized, but I'm not mad about it. And I think it's a necessity for this palette, so I'm glad that it's here. Like I said, at work, I'm very, very organized. And most of the time my makeup is very, very organized, except for what I use frequently. Everything else looks picture perfect. Like if I move my camera over here to show, I would, but once I take this out, then I'm gonna have to re-angle my phone and do all that, so I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, what I don't use is like picture perfect. I probably will take a picture and insert it here. But the stuff that I use on a regular basis is semi not organized. I would say overall I'm 60% organized and the other 40% is utter chaos. So, and probably my utter chaos to me is still not chaos to somebody else. They'll be like, I don't understand why you say this is chaos, because I've had people say that to me and I'm like, this is a mess, and they're like, no, it's not. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch. I'm being very talkative because this is my birthday month. So Sapphire here. Okay, yep. It looks a little purple after it's swatched, but that's neither here nor there. Then we're gonna go into the silver, which is sporty. Yep. Then we're gonna go into the green, which is confident. Oh, I really like that. It's like a, oh my goodness, I so like that. All right, then the color cool. Excuse me. Yeah, that's pretty. That reminds me of water, like a pool somewhere. We'll do organized AF, which is the black. Okay, so it looks more charcoal, which I actually am glad that it's not a super pigmented black. I'd be fibbing if I said I wasn't a little kind of scared about the look that I'm gonna do. Because like I said, I'm not, and that is nice as pie. Okay, it looks like confetti to me. So I'm a little nervous about that. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna go in, and I forgot to set my concealer eyes. Oh no. So hopefully that doesn't mess up anything. And let me go in and set right now. So I'm just using all my favorites of stuff that I like right now. So this is the LYS Triple Fix Banana Brilliance Translucent Setting Powder. So I'm just going in and I'm going to go over what I used before. And I am babysitting my nephew today. So if you hear a child come up, that is my nephew in the background, and I will immediately have to stop. So, so I'm actually gonna go into Sapphire. A part of me wants to go in with Sympathetic first. Oh, I didn't swatch Sympathetic. Okay, I went right over Sympathetic. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I like that blue. I'm gonna go in with Sympathetic first with my finger, and I'm just going to press that down. And the reason I'm doing this is because the Sapphire color looks a bit purple to me after it's swatched. So I'm trying to lay this blue down first, and I will put the actual Sapphire color on top of it. And so the technique that I saw Nina, and I hope I said Nina earlier, Nina Ubi on YouTube do, was she took, and I didn't pull my brushes over here, so I'm just gonna have to use this one. So I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics, it's my Ray Ray palette collaboration blue brush. She patted the blue color on. Okay, and this color is really splotchy, so I will have to go over it again, which is fine. And this is just a clean brush with nothing on it. So she essentially placed the blue color where she wanted to on the eyelid and used the empty brush to distribute the color where she wanted it to go. So I'm going to attempt to do that today, is to move this blue color instead of putting so much blue like up into the crease and everywhere else. I'm just going to use the brush to blend it out where I want it to go. Yeah, I'm glad they put a black in this palette. And I'm almost afraid to use it because I don't want it to take away from the blue. But you saw how much pigment like I lost. It was so pigmented before. So I'm gonna go in with the actual Sapphire color now. And oh, it's so pretty. I'm glad I put the blue down first though. Yeah, I'm glad I made that decision to do that first. I have a look in my mind, so I'm gonna put this blue all over, and then I'm going to darken it up around my lash line with the black, but I'm not going to do like a third of my eye with black. And I honestly don't think the black is pigmented enough to be able to withstand the blue color. So I'm trying to load this up as much as I can. And then I plan to do an inner corner highlight with the silver color Sporty. So that's the plan, y'all. Hopefully it works out that way. So I'm just going back with this brush that was empty with no product on it. And I'm just gonna go in and try to blend this out. And I'm not trying to bring it too high. What I'm trying to do is just give it some shape. So if you guys have been with me, you guys know that I like a winged look. And so I'm just bringing this up above my crease a little bit. And so I'm actually excited that we have not done our concealer, because I can make a sharp line with the concealer and give me that straight line I'm looking for without having to angle and do all of that. So the concealer will do the work for me. So I'm excited about that. And so since I have hooded eyes, I'm just trying to bring it up above my crease some, so it'll already, like, it's going to get up there anyway. So I'm just bringing it up there myself rather than it just transferring up there. Okay. I'm not mad about this. Okay. So now I'm going to use my Mary Kay. Before I get blue everywhere, let me wipe my finger off. So I'm going to use my Mary Kay eyeliner eyebrow brush that's a dual, and I'm just gonna go in into Organized AF and pick up some on both sides of the brush And I'm just going to go very close to my lash line here. Ow. And I'm gonna try to get like a little wing in here with the black. So it's a little dimension in here, just a little bit. Okay, I can see it just a little bit. This black is not super pigmented, so ooh, that looked like that little dot came out good right there though. So yeah, I'm just trying to press it directly into my lash line here. Nothing big or super exciting, just to give a little bit of dimension. In all honesty, I probably could skip this step actually, because I feel like it just makes the blue look muddy. So I'm just gonna take my finger and go over that. Because the black is not black enough, I just feel like it makes it look a little muddy. I'm gonna put some more blue over that. It's not noticeable enough to leave it. Like if it's gonna be black, then I want it to be an intense black. At first I thought, you know, oh, I'm glad it's not an intense black. But I think for the look that I'm doing, intense black is necessary. So I might smudge it on the waterline or in my bottom lash line later. But for now, I'm just going to go in and blend out this blue again. I may even edit out this step. I may or may not. It just depends on how long the video is. If it starts to get too long, then that part will be edited out. But if the video is short, it'll still be in there. But I still like this, even though it looks very chaotic right now. I still like this very much. Okay. That's all I'm going to do for the eyes right now. I'll come back and finish them later, because the line in the bottom part of your eyes is not hard whatsoever. That's not hard at all. Okay. So now this new technique. So I'm going to be using this Kosas concealer again. I'm using the color 6.5. So we'll go right here and then go right there. And I'm just going to try to do this in the video that I saw, and hopefully, you know, it comes out good. A little bit. So I'm gonna try to cover up my redness. I feel like as of late, I've been having a little bit more redness, and this is the new trick they've been doing that I've been seeing on Instagram to give lift to the face. They've been putting concealer here, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. And yeah, so I'm still using my sponge here that we had from before that's damp, and I'm just going to press this into the skin. So that's the line that I was talking about right there. Trying to make sure I don't get any blue concealer on this. Or excuse me, any blue eyeshadow. Then I'm bringing blue down my face. And then I'm just going to do my nose here. And then blend in this line right here. I feel like it sets you up for contour. Yeah. That's what it looks like, which I'm not mad at all about. I'm just really afraid about getting blue eyeshadow down my nose, to be honest. But nobody else seemed to have those problems when they were doing this. So I do see where my little eyeshadow went up here. I'm okay with that. And then right there. Down the bridge of my nose. I'm not mad about this at all. I don't know what I was expecting it to look like. And it could just be the concealer color that I chose today. It's not as bright, which I'm glad. I like that. Okay. I'm just in shock right now. So I'm gonna use the NARS Creamy Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Truffle to contour. And so, oh, this is more of a color corrector color for me. Yeah. But this is what we're gonna use today. I need to get something darker. But that's what I got right now. I don't know where my Fenty Beauty one is right now. So, oh yeah, that's super, super warm. So I'm just gonna blend this back into my hairline. Only put a little bit on. I'll just make sure I use a darker powder bronzer after I put on my foundation. But my foundation is going on top of this, so this is a nice little experiment. I quite like this though. I didn't think I would like it, but it's almost kind of orange enough to be a blush, even though it's not, but it could be. I don't put too much on this side. So I'm just trying to blend this side out. I didn't put as much on this side. That's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Learning curves for everybody today. But I feel like the overall process is going much, much faster. And I'm excited about that. Yeah, I'm going through all of these steps like super fast. So it's kind of scary at the same time. So the foundation I'm going to be using today is the LYS Triple Fix foundation, and I'm in the color TN6, which I think is honey. Yeah. So I have a whole bunch of powders over here. I was going to use Prisma Libre and all of that, but I think I'm just going to stick with the LYS right now. I don't want to do too much different stuff. And I'm just going to put this on my hand because I want to warm up the foundation a little bit before I put it on my face, since I'm doing something different. Yeah, I'm doing something different, and I'm just going to press it into the skin. And so when you do this, you just pounce all over. Oh, wow. And so yeah, when you're doing this, you put the foundation all over your face. It's not like you don't go over where you already have concealer or anything like that. Oh wow. I feel like this took so little time in comparison to what I usually do. Or is it that I'm just not talking that much? Interesting. I'm so fascinated right now by this whole situation that's taking place. I am not mad about this though. I will definitely do my makeup like this in the future. I think the most that I talked was doing the eyeshadow part that I didn't even finish yet. Y'all, I can still see the brightness up under my eyes, but I feel like my skin looks so flawless right now. Oh my goodness, I'm baffled by this whole situation. In a good way, baffled, but I wasn't expecting it to fail, but this is not what I was expecting either. So, um, I'm very happy right now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the next portion that she's talked about was the setting up under the eye. So what she does is she goes in with the sponge that's damp and she goes in and presses to make sure to pick up any extra concealer and foundation. And then with a puff, goes in with powder to set. So I'm gonna use the same LYS triple fix that I was using before, and I'm just putting it on a puff, and I'm gonna go and press in. This is to prevent creasing. Oh my goodness, y'all look. My skin looks so flawless right here. I am so baffled right now. Like, I'm so baffled right now. I hope this isn't one of those situations where, like, when you do something for the first time, it comes out fantastic, and then when you try to do it again, like, you can't get the same results. I hope it's not one of those situations. That happens to me quite often. Oh my goodness, I love that. And then she has a brush to wipe away the excess. I don't have any excess powder because I pressed it in, but I am so happy with this right now. Oh, so I did have foundation leaking. Okay. Pause 1 second. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't expecting this level of flawlessness. Like, when you do something for the first time and you expect it to be okay. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to like my makeup this much. That sounds so bad to say. It sounds so bad. I definitely I definitely like this. And I'm just going in pressing in the powder in the areas where I used the concealer. I can't stop looking at myself in my camera. All right, and then for contour powder, I'm going to be using the Patrick Ta She's Chiseled Cream Contour and Brush Duo. I probably should have used the cream that was in this. It didn't even cross my mind at all whatsoever. This is in my mind when my grandma would say, that's how you know you got too much stuff. Hold on, phone call. Okay, so I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty, who is this 190 bronzer brush, and I'm just gonna go in. Maybe I'm liking my face with the color of Truffle concealer. It looked too warm when I put it on, but maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's just my camera that made it look that way. This has definitely made me look oranger. My camera looks orange. Maybe it doesn't look like that to y'all. Let me know in the comments, but I feel like I definitely look orange. And then I'm going to use my Kosas Pillow Cloud Set in the color Pillowy. And I'm just going to do an all over face dusting. Maybe I'm going so fast because I'm not talking. I'm trying to find justification as to why this process has gone so fast. This is legitimately gone much faster than any of my other videos. And I don't even have anything exciting to say. I didn't do anything for my birthday. I was kind of sad this year because I didn't get any gifts except from my immediate family, but like none of my friends gave gifts and I gave them all gifts this year. So I was kind of upset about that, but yeah. So that's done. I don't know where my setting spray is, but I'm not going out the house. So this is just a eyeshadow look at this point. I'm going to go back to my eyes now. So I'm just going to slide back in. And I'm just going to line my waterline. And you guys know me. Oh, I do not line my waterline hardly ever. But because I want this to be an intense look, I'm going in. And I'm using my Mary Kay eyeliner pencil in black. And this is a really good pencil because I feel like I have the hardest time trying to find a liner that I can line in my waterline that actually shows up. So the fact that this is showing up on my waterline is semi-baffling to me right now. Okay. And I don't know where my little smudger, here it is. So I was looking for my little smudger brush here. So I'm just going back into Sapphire and I'm literally going to smudge this in my lash line. I'm trying to smudge it in my lash line. I'm praying that there's no fallout because my face is pristine right now, absolutely pristine. I like that. I wouldn't call this a smoky eye, to be honest. It's not dark enough to be a smoky eye, but it's definitely dramatic. It's definitely dramatic. All right. And so I'm going to use, well, actually, I'm going to keep using this smudger brush. I'm just going to wipe it off on my sponge. And then I'm going to go in with the Silver Color Sporty. Right here. Pick up a little bit of that and put that right here. Yeah, I like that. All right. Yeah, I really like that. And so I typically always use the glitter color in the palette. I'm literally, because I said I was going to use the glitter color in every palette, I'm literally just going to go into the nicest pie color here and pick up just a little bit. And I'm just going to whisk that on top of the blue at the bottom. I don't necessarily like this color per se, this mixture, but I have to say so far, this is probably my favorite palette. The colors in this palette make sense. And the Sapphire was actually a sapphire color. So even though it's still a little bit purple, it's still blue enough for me. So I'm going to take my wins where I can. And now I'm just going to put on some mascara and do my brows. So I'm going to use my Sky High lashes from Maybelline. And I had planned to do falsies, but like I said, this is not as intense as I thought it would be. Anytime I feel like I use blue or black, I always have felt like you needed to use lashes so your own lashes can be seen. And I feel like the glitter just messed this look up. It's falling off down on my concealer, and I don't like that. But anywho, but I can still see my eyelashes through the blue, so I'm not going to put on any falsies today. I'm just going to use this spoolie that came in my lashes that I had prepared to wear, but I changed my mind and am now not wearing. Yeah, I feel like anytime you wear your hair up, and I plan to wear my hair up with the final look, my eyebrows need to be put together. So I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty MVP or Brow MVP, and I'm just going to lightly fill these in. Yeah, I actually like using concealer because I feel like my under eyebrow already looks put together, even though I didn't use anything to shape it, so to speak. It was just to fill in my it was just to do my oh, I can't even it was just to be a sealant for my eyeshadow, a base for my eyeshadow. I like how my eyebrows up under already look like they've been done. So all right, yes, this is coming along swimmingly. And then I'm not gonna do any blush with this look, simply because the eyes are so striking. I don't want any pinks or anything like that to be on my lips. So yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe off the lip mask. Yeah, today is just a filming day. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not using setting spray. I haven't decided if I'm gonna film another tutorial after this one, so I'm just gonna line my lips with the Juvia's Place Luxe liner in the color So Rare. And I'm not even trying to do anything super extravagant with my lips either. I think I'm just gonna do a lip gloss. Let me see what I got. I'm gonna try this Fenty Beauty cream, the cream gloss bomb in the color Honey Waffles, to fill in this inner lip and see what that looks like. Yep, that's it. I was thinking of something a little bit more nude, but I like that. Nice and simple. All right, guys, so this is what we're looking like. I am so happy with this look. Like, it's semi-dramatic, not super dramatic. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. I think it looks really good. I'll be back with the final look. All right, you guys, this is the final look. I think it turned out very well. I feel like I look very elegant. I was going for, in my mind, I had a more dramatic eye, but this is dramatic enough for me. It's a nice splash of color. It's not over the top. The color is definitely there. The blue is definitely there. I will say that this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, BH Cosmetics Birthstone palette so far. I definitely think the color Sapphire was close to being spot on. And if you hear my nephew singing in the background to Mickey Mouse. But yeah, I think this is as close to Sapphire in comparison. I think this is a really good match for the birthstone of the month, Sapphire. It still runs a little purple, but overall it still looks blue to me, and I'm very satisfied with that. I was kind of worried that it was going to be like the July palette, which was pink instead of red or ruby, so I'm very pleased with it. The colors were not as opaque. They were a little bit more transparent and required building, but other than that, I can't complain. I'm happy with how it turned out. So how do you like it? My hair didn't do what it was supposed to, but that's another story here or there at some other point in time, but I'm very satisfied. Well, as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you're a fellow September baby, happy birthday. I hope that you had or will have a wonderful day. And if anybody hasn't told you happy birthday, or that they're thinking of you or wishing you well, happiness, love, and health your way, happy birthday. I'm wishing you happiness, health, and love your way. So until the next time, you guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe below. If you have any questions or if you want to see some different type of content, please let me know. Okay, bye.